is our fourth race at Doomben. Runners are in the yard. We're going to have a look at our favourite first, Blakmax. He's all his dad, isn't he? He's by Brazen Bow, and he's just a carbon copy of him. Big boy, holds good condition, deep into his prep. Ryan Maloney, Tony Gollan.
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Kian. He does hold his condition, so it won't worry him that at start number 7 this time in. He's been in the money at his last 4. He was an Eagle Farm winner, 4 back beating Miss Tambo. And have a look at the horses he's been running up behind lately. Rising Pacific, Tajaki, Warby. He's back to the midweeks today, and with even luck in running, he looks a good thing.
Looks like he's going to go to sleep, doesn't he? He is so chilled. All right, Flying Rothay resumes. The 3, Robbie Dolan, Robert Heathcote with the brow band off.
Yeah, got back in a recent trial, hit the line okay. You'd think he's probably going to need it a touch further. 13.50 though as a kick-off points makes sense.
King Dick is the 4, Justin Huxtable for Jackson Morris.
Yeah, he landed a bit of a plunge there at Ipswich last start. Did it at both ends too. Was hunted out of the gates but kept going through the line. Don't know if he beat much. There's been nothing come out of that race and win since. But he has been back to the trials where he won a trial at Bow Desert. This is a big step up for him, though.
John Hubbard has the 7, Twyford. I feel terrible because I don't have Twyford in my top 4 because of the barrier, but he can gallop. Martin Harley, the blinkers are off, nose roll back on.
He's one of yours, Kian, but we know you only tip him at Ipswich.
Well, it's his home track, but he's better. He's adaptable. It's just that barrier.
Well, he ran second in a trial behind Birmingham, and he was safely held in that trial. Probably need the run.
Okay, wow, it's Willywonka is the 9. Bailey Wheeler claims 2 for Kevin Kemp.
Well, if you want to tip a map horse that's suited with the rail out 7, that's this horse. Wow, it's Willywonka. He's got the speed to use a good draw. He's got the claim for Bailey Wheeler. He's rock hard fit, and he's a last start winner.
Tom Henjack will be all over it. Maps of Brisbane. 10's Charlie's Case, Mark Duplessis for Jack Duncan.
First up, ran 5th in a recent trial, was given a very easy time. I'm sure you watched that trial because Show Me Mercy won it, and Charlie's Case was just cruising up behind them. I think with him, he's really just a market yard watch, and I like what I've seen in the yard. He's just behind the tree.
He used to be a handful. He was a very naughty boy.
He's very relaxed today.
Isn't he? Different horse. Diaco is the 12. Carl Wilson-Taylor for Olivia Cairns. Tried up nicely.
Best roughie in the race. He's been trialling super. Chased home.
Much choice form.
Knight's Choice form, yes.
Only beaten under 2 lengths, Joycey.
Chased home the Vowels in a recent barrier trial, and you'll even note from the 14th of June, a little bit of Arts Object form.
That's not bad, is it?
Great form.
Oh,
good owner.
No bias. Jaden Lloyd rides the 13, rather. Hector Damaris. Billy Hilly, we agree, the best weighted horse.
Best weighted horse in the race for sure. Looking at ratings under a set weight scale, he's beautifully placed. He is first up though. He ran 3rd of 3 in a recent trial, and he's never done a lot first up in the past. But he did win at a mile here last time in a class 3 set weights on a Saturday. So I've got him in the numbers. I think at the weights he's going to be sneaking in.
Yeah,
late.
I've got him in too. But yeah, having a look, he might just need it. The 14's Nippers Nightcap resumes. CJ Graham, Kelly Schrader.
Knockout Hope contested the Queensland Guineas last prep, so Kelly thought enough of him to have a crack at that sort of race. So he's first up today, ran 3rd in a recent trial behind Rothfire. It's not bad trial form.
Not bad. Okay, we round out with the 15, the only lady in the field, Sabalenka. Manu Potgieter claims 3 kilograms for Brian Smith.
Well, she gets a few favours. 55 after the claim, barrier 1. She chased home a More Veloce first up, and she looks well in the yard. I think she's a top 3 or 4 pick for sure.
Okay, there is 3 downwards trending lines on the QOP. It is Blakmax. Wow, it's Willywonka. There's your map punters. And Sabalenka, but she's just turned back out to 390 from 380.
Yeah, Kian. So I think summing that up, Blakmax is the horse with clearly the best form coming into the race. Punters who bet on form are on the Blakmax. Your map punters with the rail out, probably backing Wow, it's Willywonka to lead with a claim. And Sabalenka from barrier 1 with no weight should just get the gun trailing behind them. So I think they're the 3 horses
too easy,
that the punters have gravitated towards. I've left them 1, 13, 12 and 15. Blakmax on top, as I said, best form in the race for sure. Map, slightly tricky, but Ryan Maloney, the right jockey to steer. 13, Hector Damaris, worried about the drift. Obviously, probably half run, if not a full run short today. So that explains the drift there. Number 12, Diaco, has been trolling the house down, but there's been no support for this horse and does get back. And the 15, Sabalenka, should get a lovely charmed run just in behind the speed. 1 on top should be winning, 13, 12 and 15.
Ooh, confidence. I'm with Sabalenka. I'm going to take you on. She's a talent. She was good first up. Just behind a More Veloce, who was a very dominant winner, who was just beaten by the Face to start prior, and the Face has come out and since won again. And Deep Tempest won a Class 3 at the Sunny Coast after that too. So the form's there, recent form. She was very good second up last preparation in a No Metro win, where she was wide, she was back. It was a slowly run race. So I think second up she'll be an improver. Barrier 1, and that featherweight is really good for the only girl in the field. Blakmax a clear second, the 13 in Hector Damari, and then the 9. Wow, it's Willywonka.
All right, Kian, we've got Jared Wessel calling the race here for race number 4. So we're just going to change things up a bit. Let's head upstairs to Jared for race number 4.
Next 185, Sabalenka at 4. Wowit's Willywonka, just a little firm late, 11 down to 9. Expected to show early speed. And there's a late firm. He's into single figures late here. Wowit's Willywonka down to $9. Twyford's about to move in. Flying Roth will complete the line. 4X Class 3 plate running 13.50. And we're just about ready to see them fly. Blakmax drawn a middle gate. Runs the clear-cut favourite. Sabalenka second pick jumps from the inside. Locked and loaded. Race 4 from Doomben, light on. Ready now. Set at the 13.50. Gates open and they're away and racing. Blakmax was away. Midfield, there's speed down low. Sabalenka rolls forward. King Dick and there's Wowit's Willywonka starting to push towards that leading division as well. Blakmax the favourite, just a little wide in the early part. Just being niggled along to find a spot. One off the fence. Hector Damaris holds up 5th. The rail, a half Diaco 6th. 2.5 further back. Charlie's Case and then came Twyford. 1.5 again then to Flying Roth. And Nipper's Nightcap settles down last of all, about 9 off the leader. Racing by the half mile. Sabalenka held up from barrier number 1 and leads out by a length and 3/4. Wowit's Willywonka is in second as they travel down the side. 1.5 King Dick third, the rail, and Blakmax able to get in fourth, 1 off the fence. Next Hector Damaris followed by Diaco travelling well midfield. A couple of lengths Charlie's Case and then came Twyford. Only 2 behind him, Flying Roth and Nipper's Nightcap as they wheel the bend. Less than 400 to go. Sabalenka is the leader into the straight, led by a length and a half. Blacksbacks presents to the outside, then King Dick. Wowit's Willywonka boxes on, and then came Diaco from Charlie's Case. Still Sabalenka, 150 to go. Blakmax, he's knuckling down to the task now, the favourite, looming ominously, and Blakmax takes the lead in the shadows of the post, and he will win the race. Blakmax by a half length beats Sabalenka. Charlie's Case, I'd say, is prominent for third. From Wowit's Willywonka close up and Diaco not far away. Then Hector Damaris followed by Flying Roth. King Dick next over from Twyford, and Nipper's Nightcap towards the end.
Oh, he was just so well in this race, wasn't he? He was in it up to his ears, and a nice win there. That's win number 4. He's only quite lightly raced this gelding by Brazen Bow, and he's been too good to edge out Sabalenka. First time she's ever led in her life. She gave a good kick and she stuck on nicely for second. Charlie's Case has been a good return, for a really nice parade for him too. The pennies dropping. Got a photo for fourth, but it is 1:15:10 across the line, and that is the 4th event here at Doomben. We will be back with our quaddie as we head to Canberra.
Light turned on, no delay. They're racing. Sacred Mission and Spill the Secret began well. Moktaffy nicely away. And there's Jimmy Neutron, as usual. Satellite by the jock. Racing forward, going to the lead in the early stages. 80 grand ridden forward today, or more forward at least. Slots in now to be 5th one off. A few lengths away, Zahere, followed then by Strongbow and Hallside Martini. That's her custom to drop out the last. Down the back straight they stride. 1,200 from the judge. Jimmy Neutron got across pretty comfortably. And now Ricky Jamison tries to steady him in front. Big Sacred Mission travels well in second and Spill the Secret a length back third. 80 grand, a lot closer today in the run. He's 4th outside of Moktaffy. Orban has him tucked away 5th on the rail as they go to the halfway mark. 2 to Zahere outside of Strongbow. And Hallside Martini just bobbing along in last in about 6 to 7 off the lead. Short of 800 left to run. Jimmy Neutron certainly has slowed them down mid-race. Sacred Mission gets closer on the outside, dwarfing the leader. Spill the Secret third, 80 grand in 4th. And then Moktaffy, 3 pairs back on the fence, ahead of Zahere, Strongbow and Hallside Martini. That first split, 64 and 62. They're trying to develop this into a sprint home coming up to the turn, where Jimmy Neutron had it narrowly. Sacred Mission, Maloney sitting quietly, hasn't hit the go button yet. Spill the Secret in third, then 80 grand now pull to the outside. Moktaffy starts to run on wider, and Hallside Martini putting in her run. She's the widest runner. Sacred Mission can't get away from him. He's full tilde, and Moktaffy on the outside is a very serious danger. In fact, Sacred Mission skied the white towel. Up went Moktaffy, raced away, and he's too good. Moktaffy bolted in. Beat home Hallside Martini. Sacred Mission, a pretty ordinary third. Then came 80 grand, followed by Zahere, Spill the Secret, Strongbow, and Jimmy Neutron was first out but last home in 1:38.88.
He was certainly due, and that is Moktaffy. So well-deserved win. Start number 32, win number 3, barrier 1, and just able to sit that little bit closer. And he's been too good. He's got fitness on his side now. And, yeah, they just found a really, really nice race for him. James Doomben, $4.50, $1.50. Hallside Martini, just another flashing light run. She stood in the gates once again. Sacred Mission has stuck on for third, albeit no kick off what wasn't a really hot tempo. So back to the drawing board with him moving forward. 4.12 and 3. And looking at that fourth number across the line, possibly the 1. I just missed that in Tony Gollan's runner. All right, that's race number 6 and the second leg of the quadrilla here. We'll be back with you when runners are in for the 7th as we head to Canberra.